Well, welcome back. I'm on vacation, and what am I doing? Working on cars. Not really what I wanted to do. I had some car work lined up for this week. I'm at my brother's, about 600 miles from home, and drove all the way down here. Got here, had to go out and get something at the hardware store. Probably 10 minutes after I got here, on the way back, had a hard shift, and throws a code, and I looked the code up. I did bring my Altel with me, my scanner, and P0798 Solenoid C electrical issue. I'm going to show you what I found, and I'm going to fix it because I need this car to get home. So the hardest problem I had was trying to find a part. I think I got the only one in the country from talking to the Toyota dealers. No one has them. There's 87 or so inbound coming on a ship somewhere, but no one knows when they're going to get here. And I found one all the way across the country and was able to get it overnighted. It's not here yet, but I was able to find it. So just going to show you what I found, and we're going to fix this thing. There, we're looking down on the driver's side where the battery normally would be, right here. So I have the battery tray out, air box, the intake into the air box. I had to get them all out of the way. Solenoid issue in the transmission. You see that hole right down there. Hopefully you can see that. It's hard for me to see. I'm in the sun. Right there. I think it's right there. That is where this harness goes, which is your internal wiring harness to the transmission for the solenoids. Goes like this. And this is what all that is in the inside of the transmission. Got to drop the pan to get it, which I did. Let me show you. Let's see if I can show you here what happened. We'll do a close up here. So, in there, hopefully you can see this. Bottom row, third from the right, fourth from the left. You see it's brown. There's no pin. Corroded, broke right off. Fortunately, it didn't break when I was on the road. It broke after I got here, because it would have stranded me. And the pin, and you could see the dirt, kind of the corrosion on that plastic, which is not really corrosion now, but the pin was actually in this side of the connector, broken off. And that was throwing a code and causing it not to shift into overdrive. Oh, almost got me. Almost got me. Quick movement there. Didn't expect it to drop that soon, but that happens. There it is. Whoa, we shouldn't have to spill any more here. It would be good if we didn't spill any more. Just gonna let that sit underneath here and drip into this for a little bit. I'll go get a rag. Got myself a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. I'm gonna let this drain. I'm gonna pull this filter. I really don't know what kind of light you even have here. I don't know if it's showing up or not, but I don't really have much of a choice right now. Yeah, there's not much torque on these. Like they're 8 foot-pounds. There's not much to them. Which is nice because you don't have to fight them to get them off. The pan bolts, on the other hand, they have Loctite on them. Boy, they're tough getting out. They don't break loose easy. I will say that. Let me check my bolt lengths when I take these out. Make sure they go back where they're supposed to go. Same length. All three are the same length. Good, I don't have to remember. I just know that they go with the filter. And that's it. I just got to pull this down. It's got an O-ring on it. Oh, I even hit the pan. I'm definitely gonna get a new filter. I mean, I don't think this is bad, but I'm in here. I might as well get a new filter. There's an O-ring up in here. Make sure you, after it drains, take that O-ring out and replace it with a new one when you put the new filter in. All right, my temp sensors are over here. That's the end of my harness. I've got to undo that, and then I've got to undo my connectors. I don't want to break any of them. I got to look at them real close to see how they come undone. Get them all unclipped here. 8mm for that, I believe, for that temp sensor. It's actually, well, that's a 10mm, so that won't work. Let me go to an 8mm. Might work better. I had a cheap little set of sockets because I'm 600 miles from home. I have virtually no tools with me. I did bring some, but wasn't really expecting to do this. Let's undo that temp sensor. There's a plate behind this that you have to wiggle out. I know it's in there. There it is. Little plate slides in behind the temp sensor, holds it in place. We're just gonna wiggle that out now. Should be able to wiggle that out. Come on. And that's gonna leak some more fluid. Still hitting the pan though. Doing pretty well today. Hitting the pan. I'm gonna put my my bolt right back in there for the time being. It'll leak all over me while I do it. That way I don't have to hunt this down, and I don't have to worry about it losing it. We'll just leave that right there for now. Black white wire, green white wire, blue red, purple. I got yellow and blue, brown and green, and a blue over in the corner there. I might want to take a picture of that before just so there's no question of where that stuff goes back. So first things first, just a comparison. New one, old one. Just ran through it real quick, made sure it's exactly what it should be, and it is. So we're going to feed that back down into the transmission. We've got a little bit of ATF, a little bit of transmission fluid on the O-ring for that. For the connector, I'm just going to wiggle that back down and bolt it in. Then I'm going to do the same for the dipstick tube. That dipstick tube's in the way. Makes it very hard to get at that bolt, so we're going to leave that out. But just push them back in and then start hooking everything back up. Harness this back in, all the connectors are back in. 3 bolts for the filter, put the filter back in, and then we're going to do the pan gasket. Well, there it is. Pan's back on, everything's torqued down. I got to tell you, the ones up in here, the ones along this driver's side, right above the frame, subframe, man, they are brutal to get to. They took me longer to get those 3 or 4 in there than the rest of them combined. It's just hard to get to. Hopefully I don't have any leaks on them. I think I'm good, but we're going to fill it up. Put 3.5 quarts in it to start with, and then we're going to test it out. See how it does. Well, took it out, road tested it. They're clearing the memory in it, and it fixed it. I expected it to, but you never know. Shifting good. I got 5th gear back, which I didn't have once this happened. Put a little more fluid in it. It was a little low. It was still in range, but it was a little low. I kind of expected that because I figured it would take around 4 quarts, maybe a little more. If you have this issue with your 2004 to 2010 Toyota Sienna, I hope it helps you out. I'm sure it affects other models of Toyotas as well, because a lot of them use this transmission. If you like the video, subscribe below. Thanks for watching.